From WFRV TV, Local 5, serving Northeast Wisconsin, including Green Bay, Fox Cities, and the Lakeshore. This is Newsmaker Sunday.
Good morning. Welcome to Newsmaker Sunday. I'm Tom Zalaski. Apprenticeships. They're a valuable process to help train people for the workforce in many industries. Plumbers and steam fitters, UA Local 400 in Kaukauna is heavily involved in these apprenticeships. And joining us this morning to talk about that and all things apprentice, Local 400's business manager, Doug Doki. Doug, thanks for being with us this morning. Much appreciated.
Thanks for having us, Tom.
Doug, before we get into the nuts and bolts of apprenticeships, tell us the Doug Doki story. How did you get to the position you are in today?
Sure. So I actually did 5 years in the military out of high school. And when I got out of high school, I wanted a career, wanted to find something that was, going to sustain a family for my life. And I stumbled into August Winter & Sons, one of the many contractors that Local 400 has, and got my plumbing apprenticeship, served that plumbing apprenticeship, got slow in the 2008s, 9s. Plumbing market kind of died in our area. I went on the road and I learned how to be a pipe fitter welder. Got to know a lot of people doing the pipe fitting welding, which is one of the great things about Local 400. We have many different avenues that you can get into. Switched my card to pipe fitter because of doing that. I knew so many people as a plumber and then as a pipe fitter. Decided to go ahead and pursue being a union rep, and it's an elected position, and I ran for it back in 2016, was elected as a business agent, and then last year I decided to go ahead and run for manager and was elected as the business manager by the membership.
So as business manager now, is this full-time or do you still have your hands in the business?
This one is a full-time position.
Okay.
So you don't, no more tools, no more, no, it's all finances and
finance. So what would you say was your profession before you actually got this position?
I would say that I was a plumbing and pipe fitting foreman.
Plumbing and pipe fitting. The apprenticeship programs, so first of all, how many are you serving Local 400? How large of an area and how many people do you serve?
So we have 18 counties. We're basically from Marinette County all the way down south to Fond du Lac County, Sheboygan County, along those lines, Dodge County as far south as that. And then we're also into Washura County, and then all the way over to the Lakeshore, everything in between. And we have 2,550 members, and of those 2,550, 1,950 to 2,000 are active working members. The others are retired.
And what do you do for your members, for your contractors? What's the role that you play?
So my big role is to have good relations with the contractors and make sure that we have a great partnership, which we currently do. We work with the Mechanical Contractors Association of Northeast Wisconsin. And they have 103 contractors. So I maintain that relationship, and then I monitor all the funds that are coming in that our members are paying. That's their union dues, the training fund, the market recovery fund. So I monitor all those and help direct those funds to the appropriate places.
And you've got training centers in where? Fond du Lac and Kaukauna?
That's correct, yeah. Fond du Lac is a smaller one. We maybe 5,000 to 6,000 square feet, but our Kaukauna training center is 61,000 square feet. It's 100% paid for by the membership. There's no taxpayer dollars or anything in there. It's all voluntarily paid for by our membership.
So what kind of an investment are you making in training?
We put training pretty far forward. We spend probably about $3.5 million a year in our training, and we're one of the higher, I guess you'd say, ranked or rated UA locals in the country for the amount of training we do.
You mentioned you had various programs. What are the types of apprenticeships that you're offering?
Sure. So there's plumbing, which is what I did, and then there's steam fitting, and then there's steam fitting service or HVAC service technician, and then we also have a unique apprenticeship. It's fabricator. The fabricators work in a shop environment, and they work really on welding, a lot of welding, and then also pipe fitting in the fab shop environment.
Now are these apprenticeships for people who are in high school or have gotten out of high school? Where are they?
So we have a youth apprenticeship program for people that are in high school currently, but they're not. It's not a state sanctioned apprenticeship. It's just through Local 400 gives them an opportunity to learn about the trades. And then we have the actual apprenticeship program, and that one is you have to have a high school diploma to get into that one.
And I take it you work very closely with local companies.
We do. But as I said, we have 103, 104 current contractors that we work for. So.
And I would imagine that these high school students, I mean, do they have to wait until they get out of high school, or can you help them while they're still high school students?
We could definitely help them while they're high school students. One of the big things that we were at Manitowoc Lincoln High School yesterday, in fact, and one of the things that I really want the young folks and their parents to know is that this is another avenue. You know, it's an avenue outside of the four-year college degree. It's an avenue outside of the military. If you're not sure what you want to do, and if you start while you're in high school, you can figure it out that maybe this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So.
You say you had 103 different companies that you're working with. I take it, based upon your reputation, that if a company gets one of your apprentices, they know they've got something pretty good.
I think so. The training speaks for itself. The journeymen that we have turned out, and journeywomen, we're really starting to expand our horizons and get more and more women into the trades. And I think that would be something that all of our contractors would tell you, is that our training is top notch.
And where do you think that these people would be? When I say people, you know, kids, high school students, those in your apprenticeship program, where would they be without you, without your apprenticeship program?
You know,
would it be a tougher row to hoe getting into the profession?
Yes, I do. I do believe so. Like with our program, you come in and we allow them to start taking classes as youth apprentices, and it gets them a step ahead and closer to that apprenticeship. And then that way, once that apprenticeship starts, it's, you know, business and go, you know. So.
Yeah. All right, who are these apprentices? We are going to find out. You're going to meet a first-year apprentice right after this, so please stay with us. Welcome back. We are talking about apprenticeships, and joining us at the desk now, Brett Bakken. He is a first-year UA 400 steam fitter from Johnson. And John and Brett, welcome. Good to have you here this morning. Yeah. Start me off with a little story about Brett. Where did you grow up? Where did you go to high school?
I grew up in De Pere and went to high school in East De Pere.
Yeah, at East De Pere. Yep. East De Pere. So you're a local guy here.
I am.
What made you take the apprenticeship path? How did you get exposed to it first? How did you first hear about it?
My dad's been in it for.
Really? What does your dad do, or what did he do?
He is a steam fitter.
Okay.
Yep. He's been steam fitter ever since I've been a young kid, and I've always been interested in him. So
has that always been in the plan for you? It has.
Yep.
Was the apprenticeship offered to you when you were in high school, or when you got out of high school? When were you first associated?
It was when I was out of high school.
Out of high school.
Yep.
So you graduated high school. What did you do after you graduated?
After that, I did landscaping for quite a while and didn't really have a set career path in my mind. So.
And so what happened? How did you get to the apprenticeship?
Then my dad gave me. He sent me a text and he said, "I got an opportunity for you." So, kind of now or never. So I took the opportunity, and now I'm here.
Yeah, you're glad you did the now.
Yeah.
So first year as an apprentice, what has your year been like? Is it what you expected?
Yeah, it's been everything I could have imagined. I've always been a more hands-on person through my whole life, so it's very, very interesting to see what actually goes on and how building works.
So you had this interest, not just from high school. You had the interest from the kid with the family connection. How about signing up for this apprenticeship? Was it easy to sign up? What steps did you have to take?
It was very simple.
Yeah.
It was sign a few documents and see what happens. And
and what kind of a commitment does it take on your part? You know, either by week or by month or by day. How much time do you have to put in? I mean, are you working like a 40-hour week?
Oh yeah.
You are.
Yep.
A regular 40-hour week.
Yep.
How much longer do you have to complete this apprenticeship program?
So it is a 5-year program.
Okay.
So I have 4 years left.
Most doctors don't have to go through that
Yep.
much.
Yep.
And you're doing that long.
Yep.
The question everybody wants to know when they're always considering apprenticeships and going into your profession, the money. Is it good?
No.
Maybe not good now, but could it be? Would it be?
For a first-year apprentice, I mean, it's still pretty good. I'm still young, so
Yeah.
it's
Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you your salary.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
it's a lot of money for me. It's going to keep going up too, so when I hit journeyman, you're making very good money. So.
Right. That's something you don't hear very often.
No.
Somebody say, that's a lot of money for me.
It is. I mean,
future plans.
Future plans.
Once you're finished with the apprenticeship.
I am staying steam fitter for sure. Get my journeyman. I want to travel. So.
And would you be traveling with your current company? Would it be
Yep.
with another company?
Yep. I don't know if Johnson & Jennett does do traveling,
Yeah.
but I'm sure they would.
What would your career path be? Where would you be today if we didn't have the apprenticeship program?
Probably still landscaping.
Still landscaping.
Yep.
We're glad you made it into the
Yeah.
apprenticeship program, and I bet you are too,
Yeah.
with some good money.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks so much for
Yep.
being here this morning. Much appreciated. We are back with a 5-year apprentice. His story after the break. Stay with us. We are back now talking apprenticeships, and joining us at the desk, Jason Brosh. He is a 5th-year US 400 HVAC service technician from Tweet Garrett Mechanical. Jason, good morning and welcome.
Thank you, Tom.
Your path to getting to where you are today in year number 4, going on 5?
Yep. Got a little bit delayed due to military service, but yeah, I started out a little bit less traditional. I was probably 29 by the time I actually started.
29. What did you do before that?
Got a couple of college degrees, worked in the oil fields for a while, helped a friend start up a marketing company, so got a range of experience beforehand. What really led me in that direction was Mike Rowe Works Foundation. I saw his stuff online about ethics or hard work apprenticeships and scholarships, and being a member of the military, I found out about the Veterans in Piping program through a job fair down in Madison, and it basically sends you through different locals in the state of Wisconsin, sprinkler fitter, plumbers, steam fitters, and you get a taste of all different sides of the trade, and then they line you up with a contractor, and then if that turns out, then an apprenticeship. So
you had all those other jobs, and yet this seemed more appealing than what you had been doing.
Yeah, by working in more of a office environment, but also working on the oil fields is pretty physical. I knew that I wanted to do something that was technical but physical, and being a service steam fitter really allows that opportunity. There's a lot of math, there's a lot of electrical diagnosis. I'd say about 80% of my job is working with a multimeter, figuring out what's wrong with the system. So
4 years going on 5 years. How has that 5 years been for you? What you expected?
Yeah, especially stepping in a little bit later, I kind of knew where I was walking towards.
That had to help you out a little bit, being older.
Yeah, I would say too, a lot of the apprentices are a little younger, so as far as my contractor themselves, it's a little bit easier to throw me out on my own right away, instead of having to have someone help coach you, because I have life experience, not just technical
So
experience.
walk me through your year 1 up to your year 5. What were you doing in those years?
So I got a little bit ahead. One of those degrees that I finished was a 2-year HVAC degree, so I had some
So you were way ahead.
Right. I had some experience coming in, but they start you off with lower work, filter changes, helping journeymen as much as you can carry their tools, and then you slowly advance to more complex tasks throughout your apprenticeship. I wouldn't say that there's one 100% path, because service is so broad. You can focus on just heating, just cooling, or both, and anything in between.
So when you finish the apprenticeship, what's in the future? What's the plan?
Long term, I'd like to do some kind of management, whether that's a service manager or just starting out as a foreman eventually. My military experience, I think, helps
Yeah.
with leading.
Ever think about your own company?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, I don't like to limit myself, I would say. So
Yeah.
anything's on the table.
What do you say to young people who are anticipating or contemplating the trades?
I would 100%. One of the best decisions, like I said, I have multiple degrees. I have a bachelor's degree, and I can't make as much money with those degrees as I do in the trades. I make enough money to have multiple children and a wife, stay at home, single income.
Nice.
So
Nice. Now that you're going into year 5, tell me the difference between Jason year 1 and Jason year 5.
quite a bit different.
Yeah.
A lot more even though I stepped in older, just a lot more responsibility, knowing how to manage jobs, how to work with customers. That's a huge part of my job, is working with a customer to meet their needs. So that's probably the biggest transition, is really being able to manage all those things simultaneously.
And are you pretty confident in job opportunities from now on? This industry is not going to go away.
No, and there's more people retiring at this point than coming in, I would say. So the world is your oyster if you're getting in right now.
Good for you. Good luck.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thanks so much for being with us. All right, we are back to wrap up right after this, so please stay with us. And we are back now to wrap up with Doug Doki, once again, business manager for UA Local 400, talking about apprenticeships. We had on, after your first appearance, we had Jason and Brett on. We're talking about whether this is a good paying job, and I didn't want to put those guys on the spot by asking them what they make, but I'll ask you as a business manager, what's the salary range here? What can they make?
Sure. So as a first-year apprentice, they come in at $37.37. And
$37.37.
Correct. Now, off of the top of that, their health insurance comes off of that, so that's $9.45 an hour, and then they pay the union dues and the building dues and the education fund, and they basically on the check are about $23.50 an hour for that first year, and then they get a 10% increase on the journeyman's wage each year, and to that percentage. So right now a journeyman makes $70.99 an hour. So if they would get 50% of that $70.99 an hour is what they would get as a first year. Second year is 60%, or I'm sorry, 55%. Third year is 60%. Fourth year is 70%. Fifth year is 80%.
Okay, so we talked, with Jason, and then we talked with Brett, year 1, year 5. How far can you go with money? How far can you go with salary?
So, once you're an established journeyman, the minimum you're going to make is what we have negotiated with that Mechanical Contractors Association.
Okay.
Currently, it sits at $70.99 an hour. You have pension that comes off of that. You have union dues that come off of that. But if your skill level is above and beyond, and you're a foreman or a superintendent, you can negotiate with your contractor that you're working with for the higher wages. But you're guaranteed that $70.99. Every single journeyman that works in Local 400, man, woman, any minority, they make that journeyman status. They're minimum $70.99 an hour.
You're doing better than a lot of college graduates.
Yeah. There's something to be said about the trades and no student loans.
Right, Jason and Brett. I don't think you have any loans that are outstanding there.
Yes.
Want to make sure we get in a couple of events that you have coming up. These are pretty neat. Heat Up Your Future.
Yes, Heat Up Future. That's going to be on February 7th. We have area high schools come in. We supply the material. We give them a project, and then they compete. And this year, I want to say there's 20 high schools currently signed up in their tech ed programs. They're going to build stovepipe heaters. So there's an offset of 90. They got to weld it. They got to lay out the lateral on it and all this stuff. And then we have journeyman members come in and judge them and pick a winner. And then somebody's going to win a nice Miller welder. We partner up with Miller. Local company out of Appleton there, and they're going to award a welder to whoever is the winner.
All right, and there are some young ladies out there who are thinking, I'd like to get in on some of that cash. You've got a women's event coming up.
That's right. March 6th is Women in the Pipe Trades. We host that at our facility in Kaukauna. And basically, that's just a meet and greet. We have a panel of women who are in the trades or associated with the trades talk about the trade and how we are accommodating women and helping women get into this and making them feel more comfortable about being in a male-dominated trade. And again, it's really informational. We give them a tour of the facility and all that, and would love to have any woman. And you don't have to be a high school student. You can be 52 years old and you want to come and check us out and start welding for us. Come on in. We'll entertain you.
And Local 400, you're not just training people to do a job. You're also heavily involved in the community.
That's right. We do Rebuilding Green Bay. We sit on the board. We have our members volunteer to expertise in plumbing on that. We do Heats On, which is held in the spring. We help out lower income elderly folks, make sure their systems are all up and running correctly, that there's no potential carbon monoxide poisoning, and replace their furnaces if they need it. But we also don't always replace them, but get them up and running. And I know Jason, who was on here earlier, has helped in the past on that. That's one of our big ones. We love to help the community for sure. Salvation Army, bell ringing, we do that, all our members.
Doug, fascinating, such good information. It's good to see you, although I don't want to see you in the middle of the night. I don't want to make that phone call.
But if I can mention one last thing, if anybody's interested in Local 400 and how to get in, go to ua400.org, and there's a portal, and that'll help guide you into it.
We got it out to them. Okay, thank you, Doug. And that is our show for right now. If you have a newsmaker you'd like to get on the program, let us know. Send us an email to tips@wearegreenbay.com or message us on Facebook. We'll see you next Sunday morning.